Hi Troy, welcome to Sweden.
Hi, thanks.
Is it your first time here?
It actually is, but I've been like obsessed with Scandinavia since I was like, I don't know, 13 or something like that. I've just always really wanted to come here and I don't know why. And it's like even better than I thought it was going to be.
That's great to hear. Tell us more about you. Who are you?
Well, I'm an Australian singer-songwriter. I make YouTube videos. I have like acted in the past and stuff. I just really like being creative and performing and making things, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's like it. I'm 20 years old. Yeah.
You're not only a musician, as you said, you're also an actor. How has the success impacted your day-to-day life?
I'm a lot like busier than I was, I guess, you know. My days are pretty much like planned for me. I wake up and I like just go downstairs at a hotel and then like go around all day and come back and go to sleep, I guess. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's not really changed me that much. I've got my family with me everywhere I go pretty much, and I get to go back home to Perth every now and then and just kind of like spend some time chilling at home. And when I'm back at home, I feel like nothing's changed at all, so that's good.
Can you tell us more about how your career started?
Sure, so I found YouTube kind of early on in 2007, so YouTube started in 2006, I think, or 2005. And so it was like really new. I had never heard of like, I don't think being internet famous existed back then. And I just kind of started, I saw a girl on there with like 1 million views. And I'd been singing since I was a little kid. And so I commented on her video being like, hi, my name's Troy, I'm 12 or whatever. And I really want to be a singer when I'm older. And she responded to me and she was like, you should upload a video to YouTube. And so I sung a cover of her song and it got like 1,000 views and I lost my mind. And I was like, this is so much more than, because I used to sing all the time at like corporate events and my school and stuff like that. And so I was like, this is so much more than, you know, than like anyone that I've ever sung for in real life before. And so that's when I kind of clicked that I wanted to use the internet to like reach people that I didn't know how to reach otherwise. And so I started just, yeah, doing stuff online and singing as much as I could and yeah, basically I just haven't stopped since then.
Your first EP went to #1 on iTunes. Tell us more about your reaction to that.
So I was actually in Bali on holiday with my family when I found that out, and there was really bad internet, and my entire record label, they had a music festival in Australia, so they were out of phone service and everything, and I went and I saw that it went #1 in all of those places, and I was just like, surely that can't be right. There's something like definitely wrong. And so I tried to call some people and like no one was answering their phones. And so I was like, yeah, definitely wrong. And then I got a call from them after like much later that night. I think they were all like drunk and they had all had a huge day at the festival. And they were like, oh my God, what is happening? And then I knew that it was all like real.
How did you celebrate?
I was just with my family, so I think we just like had a beer and just like laid by the pool.
Is it hard to be like a big pop star, like with the bad side?
I don't know. I still don't feel like a big pop star at all. But no, I mean the only thing I guess is just like, you know, doing everything in like moderation and keeping a balance. I think it's like when you want something this bad, it's easy to just like never stop. But that can be bad, and you can get sick, or you can just like stop loving it. And I think that, you know, for me, it's like important to every now and then have like a day off and just like chill and watch TV and stuff like that. And then, you know, now for example, I'm going home. I'm gonna have like a month off, and before I start touring again next year. And I just know that like by the end of the month off, probably by the end of the first week, I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I need to go out and like do this again. So I think it's just about, you know, keeping that balance so that you stay like grounded and grateful for everything.
The songs we heard is about same-sex relationship and experience from a gay person's life. What does that mean to you?
Well, for me, it was just about like, you know, that's like my truth. You know what I mean? I was just like being honest about everything, and I didn't really put too much thought into it at the time, and yeah, just trying to like, you know, I was writing this album like a diary. You know, I wrote all of these songs are just like super personal, and so, you know, I write about what's going on in my life, and so there's a lot of songs about boys and crushes and stuff like that.
How was the response from everyone?
The response has been just like overwhelming support and love. You know, I think that we're all just excited. It feels like there's like this movement of openly LGBT artists, like people like Sam Smith and Ollie Alexander from Years and Years, and Shamir, and just like, I think we're all just like really on a high over the fact that we can still like live our dreams of making music and be openly LGBT at the same time. So it's really, it just feels exciting.
Tell us more about the song, the story behind your song Bite.
So Bite, basically it was about the first time that I ever went to a club. It was a gay club, and I was with my friends, and it was like, it was in South Africa, and I felt like, I don't know, I mean, I'm like a really small guy, I look like 15, and so I went to this club and there was like all of these guys and girls and just like people from all walks of life, but I felt like a little kid, and I was like so equally like scared, but also really, really like curious and excited, and I had the best night ever. But I wrote a song about it, and just about like kind of that mixture of like the curiosity, but also like the vulnerability that I felt that night.
Do you know anything about the LGBTQ community in Sweden?
I know that Sweden has always been very like liberal and accepting when it comes to LGBT rights, and that's actually one of the main reasons why I like kind of developed an interest in it at first. I just remember thinking that it was a really cool place, and yeah, it seems like everyone is really open-minded and accepting and kind of in the future a little bit, and just like ahead with very forward thinking.
We look up to you, Troye. Thank you so much. And so what are you going after Sweden?
So after Sweden, I'm going to New York for a couple of days, and then I'm going home for like my month of sleep, and then I'm gonna start touring again. I'm going and starting in the US, and then I want to come back and come to Europe and come to Sweden as soon as possible again, and yeah, do it all over again.
We can't wait to have you back. Thank you so much.
Thanks.